So Heidi, while these are controlled environments, they're also very busy environments. How do you truly train the system to avoid all kinds of obstacles and still complete the job successfully and safely?
Well, the complexity of the environment makes it challenging for the robot, but it doesn't change any of the fundamentals of what we have to do to teach the robot how to navigate around these kinds of environments. So to the robot, every square meter is a new place. And so we map the environment, and then we take each place, often with scaling technology so it's not tedious, and we create the maps for the robot. Our maps are not in geography space. They are in something called feature space, where the robot looks at all the objects that are around it, whatever they are, from cranes to poles, no matter what they are, and road markings as well, and makes a map out of that. And then the robot learns how to optimize how to get around. In addition, it sees all of the trucks around it, and it looks at their trajectories, and it knows its own, and it makes sure that it doesn't get in a situation where they're going to hit. If they're going to hit, it stops. And so it doesn't matter if it's a large environment, a small environment, lots of other trucks, few, the robot does the same thing. And all of that is the software.
Great. And what prompted you to focus on deploying this technology in the logistics arena versus any other transportation area?
So it turns out that the industry should have started in doing moving goods autonomous logistics, because there's a very obvious value proposition. We save money. Our customers and our calculations suggest that our customers will save 60% of their operations human capital using autonomy. Autonomy is an utterly disruptive technology. All the goods that get moved, even the people eventually, will all be moved by robots. And we can make the planet cleaner because we will only need 40% as many vehicles to do the same jobs. Because guess what? Robots don't sleep. They don't take smoke breaks. They don't call in sick. Robots just work 24/7, as hard as their little metal bodies can work. It's going to be a complete disruption. And in logistics environments, it's very obvious. The job is simple. Move the goods wherever they need to go. It's basically repetitive. It's an enclosed, controlled environments with a high degree of control. So it's less complex than downtown San Francisco by a factor of 10 to 100,000. So it's safer, it's less complex, and it's simpler. That's why we think this is the right place.
Fantastic. And can you share more background on how this technology came about? And how did you get involved in this? How did you get involved in this first? And what was the MIT environment? And what is MIT? And is MIT still involved?
So I did my PhD at MIT. And in 2010, my friend and co-founder, MIT professor Daniela Roos, invented autonomous vehicles. She and Google were the very first players to invent it, both of them in 2010. Why? Because at that time, computation got fast enough to do the entire autonomy software stack, what you and I do with our minds, in real time. So we have to see the world, know where we are, look around and see everything around us, figure out if there's a threat. If there is, figure out what we're going to do about it, and then move the robot. All of those functions have to get done in real time. And so Daniela figured it out, so did Google. Fast forward to 2018. Daniela had been working in autonomous vehicles since 2010 both in MIT Singapore and in MIT in Cambridge. And when we founded the company, she had all of that rich experience to launch. And so she was core to our original platform, which has been totally transformed, as you can imagine now. But still, my 4 leading tech guys all were trained by Danielle at MIT. I was trained at MIT, and we have a bunch of other people trained at MIT. And so one of the things that we have because of that is that every atom of our body commitment to technical excellence. So MIT's ethos really surrounds everything we do.